Hey guys, my name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my April TBR. We are already in the month of April. Where is 2021 going? I don't know. And in the month of April, I have some very exciting things planned with the book troop, and I also have a read-along happening with a couple different girls. It's gonna be a really fun time. Before we do jump into the video though, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. Book of the Month is a super popular and fast-growing online book service for readers. Their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books that they love. Basically how this works is their team goes and vets the hundreds of different releases that come out every month, and they pick the top 5 that they think their readers will be the most interested in. It's nice because they do all of the work for you so that you don't have to spend all of your time researching all the different new releases, and you get to select from one of the 5 every month. And it's always a really hard choice because they always have some of my most anticipated books of the year as the selections, especially like this month, and they're always choosing books within my favorite genres like thriller, mysteries, contemporaries, literary fiction, historical fiction. There really is something for everyone. And it's great because Book of the Month is risk-free, so you can skip any month if you don't vibe with any of the 5 selections with no penalty. And they have the best price for new hard release fiction books, because typically hardcover new release books can be anywhere from $26 to $28, but this month when you use the code SPRINGFUN you can get your first book for only $9.99. What a freaking steal. I'm obsessed. So what are the 5 selections for the month of April? First one is the one that I'm most excited to tell you about because I freaking screamed when I saw this was going to be a selection, because it's one of my most anticipated books of the year, and that is The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. This one is an early release because this book doesn't even come out until May, and it's a thriller. And this one, I'm already 50% of the way through this book. I'm already having the most fun time. It's like major small town suburban moms murder vibes. It's so great. And then we have What Comes After. This one is a contemporary fiction novel. This one is also a debut, and it says, how do we recover from loss? This moving novel of a town struggling after the death of 2 boys offers hope and wisdom. And then we have Arsenic and Adobo, which this is also one of my most anticipated releases of the year. This one is also a debut and it's an early release. This one is a mystery novel, and it says that awkward moment when your ex-boyfriend gets poisoned in your restaurant and everyone thinks you did it. What? And then we have Liberty, and this one is a historical fiction selection. It says, tired of everyone telling you how to live your life? Liberty's fight to shape her future in 1800s New York City is for you. New York City? Say less. And then this last one is another one of my most anticipated releases of the year because it's People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and this is the same author as Beach Read. This one's also an early release because this one doesn't come out until May either. And this says, for fans of When Harry Met Sally, a story of 2 fools in love who might be the only ones who don't know it yet. And this one's a romance, if you couldn't tell. It looks super beautiful and fun, and I can't wait to read it. So yeah, those are all the Book of the Month selections, so please make sure to use the link in my description if you're interested in getting Book of the Month, and don't forget to use that code to get your first book for only $9.99. And thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video and for supporting my channel and the booktube community. Alright, now without any more further ado, let's jump into all the other books that I want to read in April. I did want to say that if you missed my announcement, I have a Instagram now for the book troop, which if you didn't know, the book troop is this thriller book club that I have here on my YouTube channel now. But I made an Instagram for it just called the book troop. The link for it will be down below, and on that Instagram I have announced all of the selections for this whole summer through August. So if you haven't heard yet, this month, for the month of April, we're going to be reading Every Value Break by Peter Swanson, which I'm so excited to finally get to this book because Peter Swanson is one of my favorite authors, and I'm just really stoked in general to finally read this one. And if you didn't see on my Instagram, I did announce that Noelle Gallagher is going to be the co-host with me for the month of April. She's going to join me for the live show after we read this book together, and I'm assuming the live show will be anytime in like that last week of April, maybe the first week of May. I don't really know yet, but I'm so excited to have Noelle on the channel. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, so it's a huge honor that she said yes to being on my channel, and I'm so excited to discuss this book with her and with you, and it's gonna be so fun. And then if you also didn't hear, I put up a poll for like the May selection, and I actually had you all vote on the book that we were going to be reading for May, and The Burning Girls by CJ Tudor won that poll. There was 3 other books in there, but this book won by a pretty decent amount too. This one won by like over 100 votes. So this one is the May pick. I am really excited to read this book with you next month. But if you're not following the Instagram, I did announce all of the books for June, July, and August, so definitely be sure to check it out if you're interested in learning some of the future picks for this summer. But yeah, another huge thing that I have planned for the month of April is that I'm reading The Stand by Stephen King, and I'm reading this as part of a read-along with 4 other girls for Horror in 24. It's all gonna be on Krystle's channel, and so I'll post a link down below that she posted to Instagram that kind of gives you a breakdown of like the dates and stuff, because the whole idea of this is for the Horror in 24 thing, it's supposed to be like reading a horror book in 24 days. And so she has a really in-depth breakdown of like which chapters we're supposed to be reading within the 24 days and things like that. I don't know if I'm going to be following that exact schedule for reading this book. I think I'm just going to try to read it at my own pace, but we are doing a live show for this book on May 6th, and so all of that is going to be on Krystle's channel. Again, I'll link any of that information down below, but I am planning on doing a reading vlog for this book this month as well, just because it is, you know, so long. I got a lot of questions about this last time, and this is the Barnes & Noble edition for this book, so it's like a special printed edition, and also this book was only $25. I mean, people were saying that it looked really expensive, and it does look super expensive, but it was only $25, which actually isn't too bad. But I'm so excited to finally read this book. I also put the audiobook on hold at my library, so that should be coming in within these next few days because I need some help getting through this beast. This book is like 1,100 pages or something, so pray for me. I feel like I'm going to try and power through this book in like a week. I want to give myself like 7 to 10 days to get through this. Like, that's my goal, but like we'll see if it happens. But honestly, I should be able to do it because I was able to read It by Stephen King in 6 days. I just did like 200 pages per day for 6 days and I got through it, so hopefully that'll be the case with this one. Still, pray for me though. Another book I would really like to get to this month is The Final Revival of Opal and Nev, and this is one that was a book of the month selection for the month of March, but I never got around to it, unfortunately, and I really want to get to this one this month because I want to get my hands on the audiobook, because since this is a book that's like historical fiction and it deals with a band in the 70s, it sounds like it's going to be kind of like Daisy Jones and the Six, and because I listened to Daisy Jones and the Six on audio, I kind of want to do the same for this one. So I think I'm going to try to get my hands on the audiobook and then listen to that and follow along in this book for this reading experience. I think that'll be the most fun. And again, as I said, some of the book of the month selections, I'm already halfway through The Hunting Wives as we speak, and I'm loving it so fucking much. So I'm definitely planning on reading this one this month for a reading vlog. I want to do another reading vlog for like reading some of my most anticipated releases. So I think I'm going to include this one. I think I'm going to read People We Meet on Vacation for that. And then also maybe The Family Plot by Megan Collins. This one actually is an ARC copy that doesn't go on sale until August, so I don't know if I want to read it this early, but also I'm like really excited to read this one, so it might just happen. I also have some other books that I might plan to read for that reading vlog. Like there's this book, The Plot, that I'm getting an ARC copy of. This one goes on sale in May, I'm pretty sure, but I'm getting an ARC sent to me this month, so I might be reading this book for that reading vlog potentially. And then also The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon comes out on the 6th this month. So that's another book that I'm absolutely dying to read because I loved The Winter People so much. My friends that have read this book have really loved it, so that's another reason why I'm like super hyped to get to it. But yeah, because I'm taking on quite a bit of a TBR this month, especially with The Stand, I want to keep my TBR to a minimum. That way I can try and actually achieve all the things that I want to achieve this month. But either way, I'm really excited to get to all of these books this month. I'm especially excited about The Hunting Wives, and you seriously should have heard me scream when I saw this book as a book of the month selection. I was so excited because I didn't even know if anybody knew about this book. Alright, well that is all for my April TBR. Please let me know, what are you planning on reading in the month of April? And also, if you've read any of these books that I'm planning on reading, let me know what your thoughts are on them. Especially if you've read The Stand, please let me know your thoughts on it because I'm very curious. I see a lot of mixed reviews, like people either seem to really love it or really hate it, so it makes me nervous, but we'll hope for the best. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!